What up, y'all? VTX is in the building, and today I want to talk about leverage trading. And look, although I don't think you should do it, and I'm going to talk a little bit about some creative things you can do to leverage, but not use leverage trading. Although I don't think you should do it, if you are going to do it, I would recommend for myself, what I would do, not financial advice, is just do it with a small piece of your portfolio. Take a little 1% or 2% of whatever your portfolio is, put it in another wallet and play around with it. Chances are, if you're watching me to get some tips on leverage trading, you don't know what you're doing. You want to know what you're doing, and I respect that. But the stats and the odds are stacked up against you. So look, go play with it, have a little fun, but don't get sucked into doing big risk and then you crush yourself. It's like over 90% of the people just lose. And you got to keep in mind that things like Fame on Pulse Chain, GMX on Ethereum, you can borrow and do leverage on these trades, but then they're charging you per hour or per minute or something. Like, you have to pay for the amount of time that you have your position open. So it's not just about getting the trade right. It's also about like timing, because if your trade is open for too long, now you're spending money against your position just to have that leverage position open. So if you're trying to learn about something new, just don't go too hard in the beginning and just give it a shot. Now, before you actually go and start like on a platform and start leverage trading and trying to do stuff like that, one thing you can think about is more speculative assets and how they relate to the Spear token. So like on Ethereum, that would be ETH, or on Pulse Chain, that would be Pulse. You can find meme coins or like altcoins that have a lot of upside potential against the Spear, and that's giving you like leverage. So let's say you're charting on Deck Screener and you switch from USD, let's say we're on Pulse Chain, you switch to Pulse, and now you can see what the price of your token costs in Pulse. So if you have 1,000,000 Pulse, you put 1,000,000 Pulse in, and it does 100% against Pulse, now you have 2,000,000 Pulse. And that's kind of a way of leveraging yourself. There's no time frame where like the clock's ticking and you got to get in and out of the position. And it's just a safer way of doing it, so you don't have to worry about getting liquidated. You know, any of these things can get rugged, but it's not like the price moves a certain amount and now you get stopped out of your position because you got to cover up your leverage. This is just like you buy it and either it goes to zero or it goes up. So that's one creative solution. Another thing, which still is kind of risky, is using like something like liquid loans. And you can borrow against your Pulse. So you create a Volt and you borrow a stable coin against it, and then you can use that stable coin. The thing is, like, to have a collateral ratio where you're not going to get liquidated as easily, you really should be in like the 4, 5, 6, 7, 800%. And to do that, like, their minimum amount of USDL you can mint, the stable coin, is like $2,000. So if you want like a 400% collateral ratio, you got to have like 8 or 10 grand in there. So do you really want to lock up like $8,000 or $10,000 worth of your Pulse, if you even have that, in like a vault where it's like, ooh, it's like in their thing. Like, oh no, I want my Pulse in my thing. But what's cool about liquid loans is it's a timeless repayment schedule. So it's another thing where you don't have to like worry about your trade on a minute or hourly or daily sort of time frame. Like, if you locked up like $10,000 worth of your Pulse and you're like 2 grand, you got nice high collateral ratio. And keep in mind, you can get liquidated at 150% collateral if the system goes into an emergency state, and 110% collateral, it's just like off rip, it's going to liquidate you. And there's a cool feature on there. I don't know. They tell you how much how much headroom there is before you get liquidated or people in front of you, because it's not only about like that collateral ratio. If people want to redeem their USDL for Pulse, it goes to like the least collateralized vault and then ticks up from there. That's another creative option you can think about. And then you can take that $2,000 and you can buy PulseX or Pulse, or you can put it in their stability pool and make, you know, their loan token. There's look, man, rather than using protocols like that and trying to get like more money to like leverage your positions and putting yourself at risk, also think about leveraging your time and like working a little more, saving up a little bit more money so that you can buy more of your bag on the way up, you know, and you can invest more now while we're like, you know, things are just starting to get heated up. You know, you can leverage your time. This might not be easy for a lot of people, but you can talk to like friends and family members and be like, yo, let me hold a couple dollars. You can sell some of your stuff around the house. You know what I mean? Sell some things that, you know, if you, for example, like I had some musical instruments I sold. I miss them so much, but I know that if things work out, I could take whatever money I made from that instrument and buy 5 of them, 10 of them, 20 of them, 50 of them, if we're real lucky, 100 of them in the future. So, you know, just keeping, you know, how much risk do you want to take? What's it worth to you? You know? But these games, these leverage tradings, even just trading, you know, trading is risky too. Most people trying to day trade on like shorter time frames, like less than an hour or even like daily. You know, when you buy and invest and you're trying to hold for the bull market, we're going to be looking on weekly and monthly time frames to like plan our exits, you know? So it's just something to keep in mind. Anyway, I'd love to hear from you guys. I really appreciate all the love. I'm having a ton of fun doing these videos. I hope y'all hang tight, because this bull market is starting to heat up and things are looking good. You know, nothing lasts forever, and we just got to do what we can do now to prepare ourselves. Look forward to hearing from you, and I hope you have a great day. Peace.